Hi everyone, I'm Cerise.
I'm Joe, and today we are going to talk about the things that we do that we know we shouldn't be doing.
They're not good for us.
The things that we definitely need to stop.
But we keep doing them because it's fine. It's
just me, and I'm just doing
my body.
it to myself. No one else even needs to know. It's no one else's business.
It's not hurting anyone.
What I do to myself and my life and my body, it's my choice.
My guilty pleasure, and you know what? I'm responsible for it.
I got it. I'll take care of it.
Totally,
I will take care of it.
Because it's just me.
Anything that happens is on me, and as long as I'm clear about that, no one else should tell me what to do.
It's not about anyone else. It's not about you. It's not about my parents. You know, this is my choice. My body, my choice. My life, my choice.
Me.
Just me.
So we're having a look at the things that we do that we know are not good, that we know need to change, that we know are consequential, but we justify it by thinking that it's not going to affect anyone else. And that it's just self-abuse, and as long as I'm okay with it, then it's not really abuse, right?
It's not a problem. It's a conscious choice that I am making in full cognizance of what it may or may not do to me in the future or in the present. It's no one else's business.
Yeah, so as long as no one else is affected, then it's fine that I do it to myself.
Totally, you know.
But you are not considering something very, very important. You're not considering the fact that you are not alone. When we participate in things that are consequential for ourselves, but we don't take into consideration how it affects other people in our lives, is that really self-abuse? Or is that in fact abusing others? Because are you not actually making the statement that you don't even care about or regard others in your life to take into consideration what you're doing and how that affects other people and how other people end up oftentimes having to deal with the consequences of your actions and your decisions?
We tell ourselves that it affects only us, and that only works when you look at yourself in isolation from everything and everyone else. But the thing to remember is that we all have people in our lives that care about us. We all have people who would take care of us if something happened. So if you have a bad habit that's going to affect your health in 10 or 20 or 30 years, and you are going to have to go to hospital or you're going to have a procedure done, it's not going to affect only you, because there are going to be people in your life who are going to want to be there for you, who are going to want to support you through it. And if you had not made the choices that you had made, then you would not have had to live through that specific consequence, and the people in your life would not have had to live through it with you, because that's the reality. Everything we do has an effect on the people in our lives, because we are an interconnected species. We do rely on each other in a lot of different ways. So our choices affect everyone around us, especially those people who are closest to us, who we apparently love the most. Those are the ones who end up paying the biggest price for our choices, because we did not consider the full reach of the effects of our choices. We looked only at me, my life, my body.
Yeah. So really, if we lived in pocket dimensions where we're the only sentient aware being there, then fine, yeah, everything you do is on you, and if you don't like it, tough. You made the decision, you made your bed, you lay in it. But we don't live in that reality. We live in a reality where, like it or not, you are responsible at all times for how you live and what decisions you make and what words you say and what actions you do or not do. And it's not just to look at that dimension of things like drug use or things that have an obvious physical consequence. It also speaks to the kind of patterns that you allow yourself to get into and stay in and justify. For example, depression, anger, irritability, all of these things that you tell yourself is fine. It's just affecting you, but it isn't. You are at all times an example to other people, and people pick up far more than you think they do. So the next time you find yourself saying those words, it's okay, it's just me, I'm only hurting myself, it's fine as long as I'm okay with it, you gotta really slow down and consider if you're actually taking everyone into consideration.
So, who are you within how you live, and how does that affect the people in your life? That's essentially the question here. And why have you been allowing yourself to convince yourself that you have absolutely no effect on the people around you, that if you're angry, that no one is going to be hurt by the words that you speak in anger?
Or if you walk around mopey and depressed, that other people aren't going to be affected by the way that you carry yourself.
We each have a responsibility, not only to ourselves, but to each other, to live in such a way that we are considering each other and also creating the best possible space for everyone in our lives to live with us, to coexist with us, because we live in a world and in a society and in a species where we depend on each other, not only for survival, but also for our emotional and mental health, well-being. So take a moment to really look at the people in your life. Take a moment to really see the extent, how far your personal choices can go. Because if you really slow down and look at that, you might be surprised at how big of an effect you can have. Just you alone, just by your choices, your words, your actions. Not only in the big things like healthcare and drug use, but in the little things where you are standing as an example of either the potential of what we can be as humanity or the worst of humanity, the worst of what we can be.
A heavy, heavy point to consider, but we need to get real with it. So if you have any suggestions or any feedback, or if you have personal stories where you're dealing with issues such as these, reach out and let us know, and let us know what we can do to help support you. Don't try to take it out on yourself, and don't go into that pattern of you're the only one suffering and no one else is going to be able to hear you or reach you. That's not the kind of world you would want to create, so don't be a part of that. Stop creating it or allowing it in yourself. Be the example of the kind of people you would like to share this world with. Start with you, and don't be on that island thinking that you only affect yourself.
And that you're alone, because you're not alone. So if you enjoy our videos, please remember to like, share and subscribe. And also if you don't enjoy our videos,
you should definitely like and subscribe.
And share.
And watch repeatedly until you like us.
Oh, yeah, basically. We are open to feedback. If you have ideas or suggestions, we will consider
maybe
what you say. But we're not interested
possibly.
We're not interested in like complaining.
Yeah.
Don't complain to us.
Be constructive.
Give us solutions. If you think there's something we could do better, tell us why and how.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just
be like
a Debbie Downer.
Don't just be like that sucked.
Yeah.
Why did it suck?
How are we supposed to learn from stuff like that? I mean, seriously.
I mean, what am I supposed to do with that?
I mean, like, thanks. Okay, sorry.
Thanks for the feedback.
We'll do better somehow. We'll
stop sucking.
We'll do better
somehow.
We're not sure how, but I'm sure we'll figure it out eventually when you stop saying that we suck.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we will see you next time, everyone. Thanks for watching.